Hello everyone, and welcome back to a new episode of Dungeon Crawl Stone Soup. New playthrough, I should say, of Dungeon Crawl Stone Soup. We are still playing in the 0.18 tournament, and while I slept, another NIM choice was named, and well, it was named, I guess, before I finished my game, because we were second, not first, but, and it was finished. Somebody won it like an hour ago, a little more, I think. So there's another new one up that we are certainly in contention to race for. I don't expect to come first, but we could easily make the top 8. If we raced as hard as we did last game, we could do like top 3, I'm sure, but I don't know that I want to race quite that hard. So we're playing a Formicid Ice Elementalist this game. I like Formicids, I like Ice Elementalists, like sign me up. So here, I'm already glad to be a Formicid, because I know there's enemies up there. Well, I heard shouting when I opened the door, which sucks. But, because I'm a Formicid, I know where they are, and I can prepare myself. So one thing you might notice is, I changed the glyph for metal and stone walls. I tried this once before and didn't really like it, but some conversation recently came up that reminded me, look at this! Like Solid Snake! These guys are going after me, but they don't know. They don't know nothing. I'm waiting here for them to go by. I don't know that I'm strong enough to fight 4 monsters at once. Even one at a time. 5 monsters. Alright, we could be dead. Let's back up. I'm gonna back up real far, because the further away you are from where they last knew about you, the harder it is for them to remember you. Yeah, see? We backed up real far, and this is like clear Formicid plans. Look at this. This is ridiculous. But the guys way up there lost track of me, which is great. We can handle like one of them. But that Jackal Pack, for many characters, you know, a Jackal Pack converging on you here would be a disaster. I mean, you've got like kind of a 1-by-1 corridor, so you could fight them one at a time, but you couldn't retreat at all, and you would be out in the open, so they would definitely all see you. Whereas as a Formicid, we were able to make use of this to survive the Jackal Pack. So I think that already, like, there are a lot of players who would be dead already if they had chosen this character and the game had started this way. And I'm glad that we are not one of them. And I would love to, you know, hold this kind of thing up as an example to say, hey, you know, Dungeon 1 is hard, but it's not as disgustingly unfair as some players think. Throw Frost, I don't really love Throw Frost. I usually just like, well, I usually go from like Freeze, and then I get Azakubu's Armor, and then like throw Icicle. Or maybe summon Ice Beast. I kind of skipped Throw Frost. These days, though, Azakubu's Armor is not as good because it hurts your move speed. But I don't know. It also gives you more armor to compensate for it, so it's like still good. An Axe. I mean, I guess I'll pick it up. Do I want to wield an Axe? It could be cursed, which would suck, and I just don't want to be stuck with axes. But so, like, anyway, the fact that we survived all that is A, great because it means we're not dead, but also B, because we got a bunch of experience from all that. Jackals at level 1 are tough, and so we're like, you know, we were level 2 by the time we left our entry vault, practically. Which is, you know, a big help for dealing with the rest of Dungeon 1. What is this? This is a little spooky. I'm gonna dig a pre-kill hole before I go in. Alright, it's just one kobold, but I don't know. I saw there's a door, and then I detected one monster behind it. So I was a little worried, that's all. Alright, just a hobgoblin. a kobold. I don't know, not the most stunning, scintillating of commentary, I will grant you. I actually have, ooh, if you're watching my other videos, ooh, woo, nice gloves. I have another Formicid, a Wanderer. Oh no, I'm not recording that. That game is off camera, so you guys have no idea. But I do have another Formicid game going at the moment. Ugh. There we go. Let's just see you guys. I actually don't mind fighting one or two of them. Or indeed all of them, as long as it's not like all at once. Miscasting Freeze. Freeze is just such a good spell. It never misses, and it ignores armor. It makes it viable for it's like one of the best level 1 spells, arguably the best. It's good for such a long part of the game. A lot of monsters up there. Yeah, let's dig a little further back. Doing the same thing we did with the jackals, make it hard for them to notice us. Ooh, a ring, eh? There we go, got him. No thanks. I got antennae. I don't need to see invisible rings. That's a food glyph. Dagger. Not really. Formicids are like one race where I just, hey, where I agree with the common wisdom, which otherwise I do not, with regard to short blades not being worth training, because they can use like two-handed stuff as if it were one-handed, right? And so short blades are just not going to be a good choice for them. All right, I'll take a whip. Yeah. All right, and it wasn't cursed. That's great. So this, like, digging these holes should be something you do all the time as a Formicid. It's such a valuable tactical option. And other characters need a wand to do it, and you can just do it. And it'll save your skin. Is that it? You save your skin? Is that a thing you say? I'm not sure. Wow. I was a little worried about fighting those two monsters at once, but apparently Freeze is just overpowered as heck. And yes, give me that sling. I'm making that my weapon now. I guess, there we go. Put the sling on B and the whip on A. Even though I want to wield the sling most of the time, it's just sort of nice to have your melee weapon on A. So what about gods? What god would we like to find? My main priority, of course, is to find a god that will help us win. But I would also have fun getting just a couple extra. Oh my god, all these freaking worms. Oh, through a javelin. Whoa. I don't have any stones? Oh, I don't have those on auto pickup. Whoops. So one way that tournament points are scored, and again, I don't really care about tournament points, but it is a fun way to, you know, give yourself extra challenges and so on. And in fairness, I do care a little bit, because it's just kind of fun to look at my score sheet and see, wow, points everywhere, man. But I don't really care about them, like, comparatively, how many, I don't know. Oh, I forgot to learn Osgood's armor. Let's do that, I guess. I shouldn't be casting it very much yet, because it's not a good use of my MP, right? Even if I don't miscast it, It's spending 3 freezes on picking up, like, I don't know, 5 armor or something. And my MP is really the sustain I have for combat. Giving me extra armor is no good if I can't kill the enemy because I ran out of MP. But anyway, so a thing that tournament points are given out for is, so Nemelech's choice is sort of the it's the most extreme form of giving points for winning uncommon or unpopular characters, in that it must be a character that hasn't been won at all this tournament, and it has to be one that, like, is rarely won outside of the tournament. But there's sort of, you know, wear leather, sure. There's ooh. There's other benefits to playing rare backgrounds, races, and gods, which is that the less often a background, god, or race has been won in the tournament, the more points it's worth. So one thing I would consider doing is, before I actually choose a god, check out the scoreboards for each god. You know, we're kind of stuck with regard to what character we play, because we're playing the Nem choice, but we have some flexibility with regard to gods, and if I can gain a few more points without costing myself too much in terms of survivability, that would be nice. On the other hand, though, like, we're streaking right now, which is a great way to get points, and also the kind of thing that, just even outside of the tournaments, I like to try to do. And, you know, do I really want to jeopardize my streak for a slight, you know, 10 more tournament points for picking a god that's only been won once or 0 times instead of one that's been won twice? Not really. Ew, no thanks. So I probably, on reflection, will not worry too much about that. I don't know. I'm sure that when it does come time to choose a god, I'll hem and I'll haw. And I'll have trouble making up my mind. But I want you guys to remind me that I'm supposed to not worry too much about the points, because I don't care about the points. Alright, can't go in there. I mean, I could, obviously, but I don't want to mess with Jessica. That's who it is, right? I think it's Jessica. Yikes! Look at all those monsters. Oh, interesting. Let me just check my RC file real quick. Search for crystal. Ha ha ha! They changed the name of the feature, and now this glyph thing doesn't work. It's crystal wall now, and not just green crystal. I think they changed that so Gamafunk could have multiple different colors of crystal in his moon base. There we go. Wow, wow, that looks weird. But at least I know what it is. Alright, this is Dart Slug. Like, I don't like him very much. Let's dig a little kill hole for him. Where is he? Oh, interesting. He's stuck there. And there's a Kyriados altar. I like Kyriados. Let me just go check real quick the god scoreboard here. I do like Kyriados, and I like Kyriados Formicids. Oh, geez, I was looking at the 0.15 tournament. I was looking at the past scores for that, just for fun, and then I looked at, like, 47 wins with Kyriados already? That seems excessive. I don't think there have been 47 wins. So Kyriados has actually been won 5 times, which is quite remarkable. Trog is 121, Okawaru 18, Mokleb 8, and then Kybriatus with 5. People say Kybriatus isn't a good god and that a lot of people hate Kybriatus, but look at that. That's crazy. So he's worth 26 points right now. And like a god that's never been won is worth 90 points. So obviously that's a big difference. But winning a Nemelech's choice is like, how much is that again? We've got players, amalloy. Nemelech's choice was like 250 or something. Oh, just 75. Interesting. Is that all? Banners. Sorry, I'm like... I'm not really... You guys are not participating in my web browsing here. How does the scoring for this work? Rules? Nemelech's... 75 bonus points for winning a Nemelech's choice character. Alright, that's not as much as I thought. Alright, back to the game. So, Kybriatos, right? I mean, that is an option we have. And I really like Kybriatos Formicids. I don't know if they're actually good, but I like them. The problem is also that it's just like hard to get to him without incurring the wrath of the dart slug, right? I think we can do it. What is this? It's a potion. This is like... Oh, very funny. The wall there. Oh, the dart slug. They can swim? No. How did he get here? Is it shallow water? Oh, it must be, because how else would you get to the altar, right? It is. Okay. So I'll just wait here for the dart slug. Kill him. Alright. That means I'm going to take Kybriatos. We're going to get some fewer points, but I don't mind. My goal here is the Nem choices. Actually, hang on, Kybriatos. I'm a little worried about that orc over there, particularly because he's next to a bunch of other monsters. And I suspect that those are probably orcs. And that's something that I really want to be able to run away from. I'm worried if I pray here and pick up Kybriatos, like, I'll be in a terrible spot to deal with these orcs. So I'm considering, like, killing the orcs first, but I don't think I should. What I really should do is just pray and walk away. Yes. Whoops. Pray. Yes. Alright, the orc did wake up. So it's going to be very slow going through this wall. Or this water, I should say. Alright. And it looks like only one orc found us. I'm going to just walk away. The hound, of course, would be chasing us anyway. Or would be catching us. Regardless of Kybriatos. But we've sort of lost the ability to run away from other monsters. Please! There's an orc there. And I think it's something there as well. We don't have enough MP to deal with this, guys. This is real bad. I'm going to actually use my sling against the cockroach to conserve MP. Actually, it seems like nothing else is coming. Alright, let's get to our little safe zone here. Whoa, that is not safe. Alright, that was scary. And we're going to have to, as you always do, but especially with Kybriatos, be careful when exploring, because with Kybriatos comes great power, but you lose the ability to run away and the ability to reposition, which are both things that you really should make heavy use of generally. But we gained the ability to use a sling. Like, look at this thing. It's so good. How's my ice magic doing? How's freeze? 3 power. Alright. Well, let's put... Oh, it's already on, though. Alright. Oh! Auto Explorer. Don't Auto Explorer. Alright, no. Don't Auto Explorer. That's my rule. Whoa! Iguana? That's a little scary for... Yeah, don't Auto Explore. Good advice. Forgot already. Let's pick up the needles, I guess. Okay, Auto Explorer wants to go in this direction. I guess that's fine. Let's see what's over here. Read, I have a scroll that I have 2 of. Let's read it. Identify, great. Cure mutation, fine. Flight, fine. I was just thinking I should needle Gamma Funk a little bit by asking him to compare how Sif and Kybriatis are doing on the God scoreboard. Because I know well the answer, which is that Gamma Funk, not Gamma Funk, Kybriatis has been won 5 times, and how many times has Sif been won? I didn't check, but it's not that many. Sif won 1 time. Let me just go needle him real quick. Gamma Funk, did you notice at this link that Guy is 5 times as good as Sif? Alright, let's get going. Ring mail? Yeah. Might not want to put it on just yet. We don't yet have the tremendous Kybriatis stats that would be the reason to use heavy armor. Like, the thing about Kybriatis, right, and I'm sure if you've watched any of my Chai games before, I've said it a lot of times, is you get such tremendous stats. Like, that's the thing Kybriatis gives you, is huge stat bonuses. And with them, you can, like, wear heavy armor and cast spells and all, dodge a bunch, right? I mean, like, you can do everything with Kybriatis, and so you should, or you're not really getting the value. But we don't yet have much of a stat boost. Like, what are my base stats here? Yeah, we're getting +1 to all of our stats. Not that impressive. So it's not really, we're not really ready yet to be wearing ring mail, but soon we'll be, soon TM, I guess. No, don't auto explore. Good advice. I'm glad I put that in. We'll be using, what are my words? Hello. We'll be using heavier armor. Plate mail will be no problem at some point. All right, I think now I'm okay with turning auto explore back on. There we go. Actually, wait a minute. Kybriatis shouldn't mind me using that, right? I guess, so, like, the reason that Kybriatis doesn't like using a wand of random effects is it might, I gotta remember, I got bend time. Good, not spell, but ability, is that it might roll a wand of hasting, as it's if a random effect, it could be haste. And I was like, oh, but as a form Sid, of course, we can't be hasted. But you wouldn't really be pointing the wand of random effects at yourself anyway. You'd be pointing it at enemies, and they can be hasted, so let's go deal with this iguana, I guess. From, like, here. This is maybe a little greedy. Nope, freeze is OP. Great. I should stop increasing my dex, actually. Go for int. With Kai, my dex is going to break 24 anyway, which is like a big breakpoint for dexterity. It becomes less good at giving you EV if your dex is above 24. But, like, I don't know, how important really is that? Gamma Funk says the explanation is that there are a lot of inexperienced players in the tournaments who make bad decisions. He's gonna go play a Summoner of Sif. It's the only character he knows how to play, and it's scoring well right now. So he's lining up. I kid. I mean, Gamma Funk's a pretty good player. We differ in a lot of ways, but I have respect for how he plays. And Summoner of Sif is pretty good, like no question there. I'm not a great Summoner player, and I think Sif sucks for everything except being a Summoner. So I mean, it doesn't suck, but it's just not that good. You could do something better with your god, you know? And we have another team member, Pleasing Fungus, who is on the combo scoreboard himself for having the most different character combo high scores. Nice, all this +2 stuff. Wow. Oh, this is when I say +2, like this number here is not a 2. It's a 1, but it's still good. He has 3 characters that he has the high score for. Sort of, I think, because he's played a lot of characters and died. All right, let's pick up Throw Icicle, I guess. We're not going to need it in a big hurry. Summon Ice Beast might be better, actually. 2 orcs. That's like 1 orc too many. And there's way more orcs out there, I bet. I see this stuff, and I'm like, I wish I had Ash Scrying, and I could see exactly what they are, but I can't. All right, we got 1 more of them. This guy coming? No, he's leaving. Orcs are not a big problem for us with freeze. What I'm worried about is priests. Wizards are a bit of a problem, but not too bad, I think. Yeah, priest, like that. See? Don't want that. So the question is, one thing we could do is try to bend time, slow him down, but it costs 3 MP, and it slows him, which is cool, but I think just spending those turns trying to kill him is better. Our fail rate on freeze has got to be 0, and it does damage, substantial damage to him, so he'll die in a few applications of freeze. Whoa! Found the end of the line, it's right here. Well, let's just keep going. Whoops, went the wrong way. Ooh, scale mail. Again, we're not really ready to cast stuff in heavy armor yet. Oh, that reminds me. I have enough spell casting. Let's work on dodging. The rule of Kybriados. Let me read for you the rule of Chai here. Rule of Chai from... Rule number 1. Training dodging is very important. Very, very important. Much more important than invocations or whatever crazy things you could waste the experience on. And I 100% agree with that sentiment. With Kybriados, you get a ton of every stat. And your dexterity is multiplied by your dodging to figure out how much EV you should get. And since you can't really run away from fights, you want to be not getting hit as much as possible. Wow. Pretty good. Let's pick up these Scrolls of Identify. Just see what's going on with these potions. Cool. Found Curing and Heal Wounds. Well worth the 44 gold. A Worker Ant, huh? I can throw icicle already? I don't think I should. All right. Yeah, they poison pretty hard though. Boof, Scorpion, yikes. Yeah, let's try throwing an icicle at him. Misses, figures. All right, we'll rely on freeze now that he's close. I guess what I meant is more like now that we're low on MP. Miscast, gross. Alright, this is not the best kill hole in the world, but it will do. A War Axe. I don't know. Again, I don't want to be fighting things out in the open, and as a Formicid, I don't have to. So I don't want axes to be my weapon type. I like to go maces, generally. Swords, also long swords, that is, also fine. But maces have the nice advantage that, like, if you absolutely have to, you can hit a Hydra with it. That's not really necessarily ooh, this is resistant to cold, huh? Yeah, let's just, there we go. The slings! Slings! They're so good. What is all this about? Huh. Let's go scout the perimeter here, see what's going on. Wow. Alright, so it seems like we don't really want to mess with that. Let's identify a new potion. Agility, great. Another one? Degeneration, good to know about, I guess. Stealth, sure, good. We should have pretty reasonable stealth. Kyriados, just with the dex you get should help a bit with your stealth. Monster nearby, alright. Surprise! Alright, we're up to 2 stars of piety. Oh, flail! Flail! Gimme, gimme, gimme! I'll grab the tomahawks as well. Nice. How's my ice magic training going? Ice magic is fine. I can turn that off. Go for dodging and like invocations. Pretty soon we should have access to temporal distortion. Kyriados' 3-star ability and a really great mobility tool that I want to have available. And bend time, the one we already have now, is something that I only recently learned is like pretty good. I didn't know how to use it before, and it was just like doing nothing, and it sucked. But now that I know how to use it, it's like it really helps turn the tables against strong enemies, provided that you can get adjacent to them. Anyway, this is Dungeon 4, and for a change, I'm remembering that like it's impossible to get to Lair in the first video. So we're just going to cut it off here. Dungeon 4, we're about halfway to Lair. We're level 7. And I'll start the next video with an update on how the race is going, I guess. So that'll be coming up real soon. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.